it's super important for leaders to be able to elevate their digital acumen if they are going to be able to really use digital to unlock value for their organizations. And I'm so glad to see many CPOs, here today. And it's also important not just to elevate digital acumen, but also to ensure that you're prioritizing digital among, your investment priorities. I think it's that combination that would really help. And then the last point I just want to make too is, I firmly believe that it's the role of leaders to really create that atmosphere of trust and risk-taking and experimentation that would help unlock value and really help make tech work in organizations. We sometimes, to be honest, forget who we are building or designing these solutions for, and we don't bring the various personas along with us. And I like to think that no matter how great a solution is, if it's not easy to use, if it doesn't enable people to get, to access the insights faster, it doesn't make their life simpler, it doesn't provide them with delightful experience, it won't stick. And unfortunately, I've had a number of scars, to show for that. So I always say, you've got to put the users at the center of your digital, initiatives, and don't just rely on the project team to make, those decisions just because of the role user experience plays in really creating that stickiness and helping you realize the investments you're making in tech. We've moved from the information age into the age of intelligence. Yeah. And, that is massive. And it's, for me, I think it's the most transformation we'll see in our lifetime. There are many scholars that have actually estimated that up to 50% of work activities could be automated within the next 20 to 30 years. So think about that, up to 50%. But saying that, I also believe it introduces tremendous opportunities for the procurement function and for organizations, at large. And this is, and it's going to be very, very pervasive as we move forward. So if you think about it, history has shown us that companies that don't embrace tech will fall behind. I think that's a given. I don't think most people can argue with that. And there are many brands, household brands, that have disappeared overnight because they were slow in embracing tech. So that's the first point. The second point being, as companies, transform their businesses, as they rewire their organizations, tech will quickly become an equalizer, right? So you've seen many companies digitize the entire supply chain, their selling processes. Obviously, some have had, better luck than others, but tech will become an equalizer. So as we move into the digital age, I think that companies that can harness the combination of human intelligence with the most advanced cognitive and intelligence, most cognitive and artificial intelligence will be the ones that will create differentiation from their competitive set. And those that actually stay focused without getting distracted by the hype are the ones that will thrive. I think the first point I'll say is, it's a great time to be in procurement. I think the role of procurement has really elevated over the past, 3 years, coming out of, through the pandemic, et cetera. I like to look at us as the gateway to innovation, for companies. The financial contributions that we make, what we do to enable resiliency, to drive sustainability for companies, and then add the information age that we're in now. I just feel there's tremendous opportunities that we can create. That's the first point. The second point I'd say is just for us for companies to take a very focused approach to unlocking all this value that is out there to be gotten. The first one being upskilling yourselves, as well as don't just believe you can throw tech at the business problem. And then the final point is just, you got to buckle up, you got to get going, and don't forget to just have fun in the overall process.